just can't stop, won't stop hustling. But I just
Grinders and Grindettes, what's happening? It's your guy, the Black Abstract. You locked in once again, and I appreciate you for it. Before we get started, I got to give a shout out to my sponsors, Future Trillionaire Clothing. That's right. Go to iamtrill.com. You get your Grinders and Grindettes shirt. They're going to be free for the week. So head over there into the promo code Abstract when you check out. And you get a little something. You might have to pay for shipping, but hey, listen, it's cool. It's a free shirt. All right, so now let's get into it. Wildin' Out is back. If you don't know, you just don't watch it. Nick Cannon presents Wildin' Out. You know it was canceled last year or the year before, maybe right before the pandemic, because of some comments Nick Cannon said. Then they wound up bringing it back, and they aired the last remaining episodes, which I was happy about. And now it's a brand new season that they had to film kind of during the pandemic. They were in a bubble, and everybody was wondering how they were going to do this. So I didn't think they were coming back this soon, but we had maybe like a month or two off, and then now we back in the swing of things. And man, I must say, completely different theme. The same cast, most of them. It's a couple of new people, but mostly he relied heavy on the OG cast that he had from the past seasons, the past maybe 4 or 5 seasons, and then a couple of newbies that he had maybe in the last 2 to 3 seasons. Familiar faces, B. Simone's back that I seen. You got Maddie Smith, who's from Buffalo. She's a newer member, but she's back. And then you got a lot of you got Pretty V, you got Radio Big Mac, you got OGs like D. Ray Davis there. Godfrey is a new addition to the cast. I don't think he's ever been on the show. So it was good to see Godfrey. He's getting his spotlight. And then Godfrey's like 50-something years old, and I saw him perform here live a couple of months ago, man. Legend. Great comedian. Good to see him starting to branch out and get new roles and different looks. You got Cortez, you got Charlie Clips, and then you got some fan favorites who weren't actually on stage, but they're in the audience, because I'm guessing since they're in a bubble, some of the cast members have to actually be in the audience as well when they're not performing or if they don't have a show that day. So you seen like Hitman, you saw Conceited, you saw Schuler King, and a couple of others were in the audience. So I thought that was pretty sweet. But the theme now is it's not Red Squad versus Black Squad or old school versus new school. Now they have either it's a battle of sexes where it's the men versus women, but it's evolution versus revolution. And it's kind of like a Mad Max type theme they're going with. The stage is set different. It's a lot darker. The uniforms are glow in the dark, black, pink, black and high vis. And at first I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is, I don't know, it's kind of different. But it worked. It worked for me. One thing that I didn't like, but I know this is just beyond their control, is the fact that the celebrity guests were on the screen. They weren't actually in the show, but somehow they pulled it off. Which is weird. First episode was Fat Joe. Second episode was Big Lotto. But it worked for me. And then they got some new games. I'm like, okay, that's even sweet. Now, my favorite game is Goddamn, so I hope they bring that back. I'm pretty sure they will. But this worked, and these first 2 episodes didn't have the usual suspects. It didn't have Carlos Miller. It didn't have Chico Bean. It didn't have DC Young Fly. E-Man was there, but I thought that was a nice, refreshing twist to give you, because we starting off this new season. Everything's different, but we ain't gonna give you who y'all think y'all want. We're gonna give you these other OGs. Just Hilarious was there. Then we're gonna give you a couple of newbies, and it worked, man. The episode was funny as hell. You also seen Young Swag in the audience as well. He wasn't on stage, but listen, they got this new game called Greenery Scenery, where they go in between a green screen or in front of a green screen, and they're given different backdrops, and they have to improvise to it. Oh man, it was hilarious. That's probably going to be one of my new favorite games. They got a new game called Baby Mama, Baby Daddy. I Ain't With the Drama. It's kind of like Booed Up. I Don't Love Me No More. I'm Booed Up. It's kind of like that. I didn't really care for that one, to be honest with you. But it was all right. It was cool. What else they had? They do Wild Style a little different in between verses. They chant Wild Style. I thought that was interesting. We'll see if that works for the whole season. But over and all in all, man, I think this is an excellent comeback for these guys. I think they did an amazing job. I'm curious to see what more episodes going to be or bring. I'm glad they released 2 episodes with Wildin' Out every week. So man, kudos to Wildin' Out. And I'm excited, man. What else did they have on there? Did they have? I think they had one more. No, I think that was it for the games. They had the classic games, pick up and kill it. But yeah, that was the 2 new games. So we'll see how that works out over time. And it was a funny exchange between Nick Cannon and B Simone, which you can actually go on the Wildin' Out YouTube and see for the greenery scenery, where he's talking about B Simone's books and she's talking about his rap albums, and it's hilarious, man. And I love that. I love the fact that the cast members can make fun of each other about things that were out in the open, and they can capitalize or get some love for it. And nobody has higher feelings or ill will towards each other. But post your comments below. Let me know what you thought about this. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And wildin', 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 wildin'.